Alright, I'm just tacking this on to the beginning of a video I've made. The audio is not the best. I recorded it and I didn't realize that the game sound was on, even though my computer was on mute, which was clever of me. I didn't realize the game sound was on, and the recording software I use to record the game also picks up the sound even if the computer is on mute. I've done my best to clean it up. I don't have the option to remake the video for a few days in terms of being able to explain to you the things I just did. So I've chosen to list it anyway for people who are willing to suffer through the background noise there in order to get value out of it. I still think there's a lot of value to be had in this video, so I'm sorry about the audio mess up. I'll make sure the game sound is turned off for future recordings. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you at the end. Alright everyone, back today with another video. I'm trying a different video style, and you've probably noticed with some of the other videos that have popped up and come out. This is just, I'm able to make content a lot faster for you guys, so you're going to get videos more often this way. I know the style's a little bit different, but let me know your comments and feedback if you've got any opinions on how this is going, or whether or not you prefer the other way, even though it gets substantially less videos out. Let me know. So I just figured that today we would try to make some gold in this video. Like, I would show you the daily routine. I've just logged on and I've not done really anything. So I'll just go through the motions of what I'm doing and why. Feel free to copy if you want. I don't know how much gold I've made. Last night I just listed stuff really late at night. I was super tired. I just listed stuff on the auction house really late at night before I finished up work for the day. And that's just what I do. Like, I don't spend a lot of time logged on WoW unless I'm playing, but I do try to log in a couple of times a day and relist my auctions. It only takes 5 minutes. Cut 5 minutes of TV time out or something, and you'll find a way to, in most cases, you'll find a way to relist those auctions. And that's just what I do. I jump on, I relist the auctions, and I hop off. I don't do anything else. So I do try to do that every day when I can, because it's a good passive way to make gold. For 5 minutes, you might make 10,000 gold. You might only make 500, but it was only 5 minutes, and it makes gold while you're away. So I'm just gonna open this. You can see here some of the things did sell, which is a win. Sometimes when you pop things on in the evenings in particular, there's a lot of competition, so you get undercut pretty quickly. So we'll open this up. We'll see, I think we probably made like 4,000 gold, which is still, I did it while I was sleeping. So for 5 minutes of listing this on the auction house before I went to bed, yeah, there we go, 4,000 gold. It's not too bad. So I'm just gonna spend some time
calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
I guess I can talk about what we're doing here. So I'm still trying to sell 2 of the Dark Moon pets. If I go and do the Dark Moon again, I'll definitely be selling these recipes. They sell so much faster than the pets. The pets do sell, they're just much slower. So I suppose if you have a surplus of fish, you could definitely do it. But these sell with a much higher frequency. And I've sold lots of those, I think 7 or 8 of each of those recipes. So it's definitely worthwhile. I get this from doing things in war mode. So when I open the treasure box, the war crate, this popped out of it. I do sell recipes on a weekly basis, just the ones that I get out of the war box. If the war box comes, I stop what I'm doing and I fly over and I pick it up, because the chance of picking up that recipe, pretty good. It's not guaranteed, of course, but in the worst case scenario, you still get the, look at this person, probably disenchant that for more than 50 gold. I got totally distracted there, squirrel brain. Even if you don't get the recipe, you can still get honor points and the bloody coins and the conquest points, and they can be used to purchase other things which you can sell on the auction house or disenchant. It's not the worst thing in the world. It definitely makes a lot of gold. It can take a little while on occasion. This is actually selling for a fair bit of gold there, so that's nice. That's a pretty low level
My
enchant.
thanks to your patronage.
I forgot which whisper it was. It takes 10 storm dust to make this, and at the moment they're insanely expensive. Look at that, 24 gold each. I stock up on my storm dust when it's like between 10 and 16 gold, and I just buy insane amounts of it. This has gone up today because it's reset day, so buying them yesterday makes more financial sense. Obviously, you can see that you can still buy those things today and make profit. Here it's 24 gold, a bronze one. You can see it's still listing for 138 gold. You just make more profit if you're more thoughtful about when you're buying these things to begin with. I am slowly working through these in sparks. I'm selling a lot of those. It takes a while. I probably sell 1 a month or something like that. So it's not unbelievably lucrative, but it is definitely making me a substantial amount of gold over time. it's a nice buff up. This Pioneer gear is still selling, just slower. So definitely going to slow down the amount I make on this. I just don't get this. I know people want to gorge the prices, but people can buy greens for much less than that. Higher level ones probably. It's like people just don't want to sell things. If I was to list this is still pushing though, I think, at 1,000 gold. I'm going to have a much better chance of selling this. I know people suggest just gorge on the auction house if you can. There's a line where it just isn't going to sell. Like the competitor cloth pads you can see here, I've made the 584 ones. I spent ages listing these at 9,000 gold and I didn't sell a single one. Not one since the start of this expansion. I started dropping them to 3,000 gold and I'm selling them almost daily now. So don't gorge for the price of it. Like normally, like definitely don't undercut when it comes to enchants. But with some of these other things, just have a think about it. With 9,000 gold, somebody could buy all of the things they need and get the bind on pickup one and still have money to spare. So just think about what makes the most financial sense. If you were a person that was going to buy this, would you spend 9,000 gold on the green item? Or would you buy what you needed and upgrade to the bind on pickup blue item that's substantially better in terms of item level? So just have a think about it really. Some people, I don't know, it sounds good in theory, selling something for 9,000 gold. And perhaps the first couple of days of the expansion, you maybe could have gotten away with it, but not now. It's just, nobody's going to pay that. People are going to put that gold towards the blue one. So we'll just keep listing this. I don't know how interesting this is. Hopefully me talking about why I'm doing these things is helpful for people watching. Be careful with these. You can see I just listed it for 900 gold at 558, even though mine is 584. I would definitely recommend just double checking the item level, but making the 584 ones if you've got the ability to do. These aren't making any gold right now. I've been holding on to these for a couple of days and I think I might even just end up disenchanting them. It costs like 98 gold to make these. So when you're listing them for 100 gold, by the time they take out the 5%, which is 5 gold, that's 95 gold that you're getting and you've lost money. So I don't know what these people are doing. This makes no sense. These people just hate gold. I've started to pick up some of these, trying to sell them. If you put all of them together, that's probably too much. If you put all of them together, you get a toy. Those just happen to drop from the Radiant Echoes. I'm still doing that, playing with that, seeing what happens there. Listing these leftover pets. Tiberius sells really well. I sell Tiberius a lot, insane amount. I wish I could show you the level that I sell it. It's probably twice a week. And that's limited because I don't have enough of the Radiant Shards to buy more. I could probably sell more if I was really stocked up on it. I've run a full scan there.
And peruse my inventory
whether any
again.
silver level enchants are making gold. You can see I've also got enough for one concentration craft. We'll just have a quick look. You can see here, I'm using craft sim. It's telling me how much it will make if I make it at gold level with my current level of mats. So I try to make everything with bronze level mats, just to really maximize the amount of profit I'm getting. So you can see here, this chance of leeching fangs is going to make 300 gold at silver level. So I don't even have to use concentration to make money there. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. First we'll make our concentration one, I think. This one's pretty good. Just a quick look. Yeah, I think it's going to be the intellect one. So before I make it, I'm going to use my shatter essence, because it's going to give me a buff that will give me more things, and I'm going to take the vial of bountiful seasons. So I'm going to take that as well. I'll just quickly close my bags for a second. You can see here how it's increased my resourcefulness and my ingenuity, which gives me a chance of getting these materials back and my concentration. We'll just pop this here for a minute and we'll like that. We'll make one and we'll see if we get anything back. So you see how I got my concentration back? Now I can make a second one. That vial, they're like 40 gold each. Might have gone up since. They're like 90 gold each. I bought them at 40 gold each. It's just paid for itself because now I can make a second one of these enchants. And you can see here, it's paid for itself. More than enough. I've made 9,000 gold from this, if these two sell. But you can see here I saved the storm dust and the gleaming shards. You definitely want to just have a think about what you're doing really, and maximizing the amount of gold you're making. So sometimes you spend gold to make more gold, and I don't think it's a concept that's really explored very much. in some of these gold making videos that I've seen. So I do look at other people's gold making videos just to make sure I'm on par with what you guys are expecting in terms of getting these types of things. But I've noticed a lot of people are quite ambiguous with what it is they're doing, and nobody really shows how it's making with gold. So I'm trying to not do that, but I haven't seen really the spend gold to make gold thing really put into words. So sometimes spending gold makes more gold, so don't underestimate.
I have
the
an
power of that.
extended supply of
So we'll put
goods
these
for
on the auction house
Outlanders.
one at a time, because if I put both on, I'm going to be undercut in seconds and I won't have anything to put in front of it.
My
So I put those on
directive
the
has
auction
been
house, see
fulfilled.
what happens there. While we have a quick see, you can see Chance of Fleeching Fangs. That sold really fast. There,
My
next one.
directive.
The other one's on. The resourcefulness enchant takes a while to sell. It's just, it does sell. You can see in the mailbox open that I sold a couple even, but it just takes a little while. You just have to be patient with the system. You can see there, 10,000 gold, it's like 30 seconds there. Yeah, so there you go. 17,000 gold. So the concentration, using your concentration on the first day, is definitely a good way to go. I'm feeling like I've been undercut on those Legion Fangs because it's not selling as fast as the last one did. We'll just check and see if the undercut, how competitive this is. See, it's very competitive. We'll cancel these undercut ones because that's undercut by 100. There's no way we're making it there. If it was undercut by 1 or 2, I might leave it because there's a good chance that somebody will buy back up to that. But if you're undercut by a lot, it's not happening. So while we've still got these
Return
buffs on, we'll
and
just finish having a look
inventory
at
again.
whether or not that's gone up substantially. And I suspect, yeah, the price of the storm dust is going down. We're going to make a few more of these because 400 gold is pretty good. So we're going to make a few more of these while we've got the buff. And like I said, I just buy these when they're cheap. So when it says I'm making 400 gold profit, I'm actually making a lot more because I bought this dust at 14 gold. Even if you're buying the dust today, you're still winning, but you just got to keep mindful when you're buying the dust at higher levels later on
I
in the
have
week. It
calibrated
might
my
be a lot harder
prices to
to
be
make profit
reasonable.
on that dust as everything gets
My
cheaper. So
directive has
don't
been-
overstretch there. Just having a quick look at the ring enchants because quite often they do well. It's great vault day today. People will be getting a lot of upgrades day. It's
I
unusual
have an
for many people
extended
to be
supply
on
of goods
in
for
terms of,
Outlanders.
checking their great vault. The big wave of that will happen in the afternoon or in the evening. We've got 20,000 gold there. We'll just list another one of these. We'll go over to the patron orders and see what's in there. I might open my great vaulters too. So we've got them in our bag. When we go back, we'll get this quest. Don't forget to pick up quests, these ones. Like, if you're filling the
Who wish
patron
to
orders
speak?
anyway, you might as well get the notebook. Even if you're specced out in everything you could possibly want to be specced out in. For 600 of these, the Artisan's Acuity, you can hand that in for a bag. And I do it for enchanting materials, and that bag is worth like 4,000 to 6,000 gold. I use it for enchanting materials. I sell the gold level stuff, and then with the profits of that, I buy more of the bronze level stuff. Just food for thought there. Don't ignore something because you don't need these. We turn the profit thing on. You can see I'm making 110 gold off of this. And I've got a chance to get these back. I've got my buffs on. So you see here I saved, I'll move this, that's in the way. I saved one of these, which isn't great. Really what we want to be getting is the Exquisite Weaver cloth, but it's definitely worth looking at, especially if they're providing it, because it's like free materials if you get it to go through. I don't think many of these are worth doing. Wow, these really went up 50 gold a thing. It might be time to go do that dungeon run, guys. I might do a couple of those today. Why is that saying 91 silver there for that? Do you see how it says the gold level one is on the auction house? When I scanned it, somebody must have listed the vendor price. I bet that person's feeling pretty sad right now. So I think that's pretty much it for this one. We'll go check the enchanting one.
What is your command? Faith. Order. We must remember.
Alright. Public orders. Still a bit early. See, I should just learn this. Somebody said I should, and they were right. I don't have the points I need for this yet, which is just free. How many points does this give me? Yeah, there we go. That'll get it. Alright. I don't know if I learned the thingy, but we'll see. Still unlearned. But somebody said that I should be learning these because the patrons love them. And I've been paying attention to the patron orders, and most of the time they do come through with these, or these gleeful glamours. So I think that person was definitely onto something, and I'm going to start speccing into that with my extra one. Which one was it? Bleep or something. The Zandalari Troll. Looks like I just learned all Alliance ones. Alright, we'll fly back to the auction house and put some more things on there because nothing has sold while we were away, which means we got undercut. So that's fine. That's the only downside to trying to do these things on reset day. Everybody is trying to do these things on reset day. It's not that much of a bummer, you still make more gold. It just takes a little more time and attention. You can't just dump it and run. So I might wrap this up here, quickly show you what quest I'll pick for the week to tell you what I'm going to do to make gold with them. Fly over here, see what quests we've got, what ones are worth doing. So I do a lot of raiding and world quests to get the delve. So these ones give only recognition, which is not the worst thing in the world, especially when you look at some of these reputations. They give you access to pets. So Tiberius is a pet, and like I said, I sell Tiberius a lot. The only downside is I don't get enough of the resonant to buy as many of those pets as I need. But getting these boosted is probably a good idea if you're looking at selling those pets, and it's just you just do the follower dungeon, or if you've got a guild to
interruption.
So 5 delves. See, this one's really good for me. I'm going to do the delves anyway. If this is going to give me a piece of gear, I think, looking at this, and gold.
Stay productive.
And it looks like we've got an actual delver quest this week. Is it delver week? It is delver week. Yay, it's delver week. Okay. So we're going to do this quest here.
The answers are here.
Because I'm going to do these delves anyway, I might as well make extra gold while I'm doing
That's
them.
the sound
There is
of
also
adventure
another
calling
one
our
all the way
name.
down here, the PvP one. So I do everything in war mode, most things in war mode, unless I'm doing a group and they shun you for being in war mode. And you just get here by pressing N, and you can turn it on and off if you're in a capital city.
What task
So
can I perform
here,
for you?
Sparks of War from the Isle of Dawn. I love these Sparks of War because you get these rewards, but also you can collect them just while picking up piles of dirt. And I could do that in between waiting for things or when I'm looking for something cheap. Because it just, I don't know, it's really relaxing. But it's a good way to make gold. You can see here I've got quite a lot of honor and conquest.
Utilize inventory
And
again.
when I buy these, I can disenchant them, and it's like free gold. So you can either vendor them, some of these are pretty worth more vendor style than others. So you can see here, just one vendor's for 100. So you don't even have to be a disenchanter to get value from these. So I'll buy one.
My directive has
and
been
I'll just
fulfilled.
disenchant it. I don't do PvP, it means nothing to me. This is just free materials. You see that? So don't be afraid to use things like that.
I have an
Conquest one,
extended
which is
supply
really,
of food
unless
for
you're doing
Outlander.
PvP, Conquest isn't any good for PvE players, but disenchanting is really good. So that's all for this video. I think I can do another one in this style, perhaps, of me showing you how I'm using those weekly quests to make gold. If you want an actual visual to go with it to prove that it is making gold, I can make another set that way. Hopefully you enjoyed this, hopefully you found it useful or helpful. That's all for today, and as always, remember, girls don't play WoW.